Hello everyone. So today we are going to solve the question of pattern 16. So this is the pattern that we are going to solve today. Actually there is a input that is number n, and so after getting the input we need to print out this output. So let's see what is the question is actually. So this is the pattern that we want to print. See, here n is equal to 4. So number of columns here is 2n minus 1. How I will get this? Actually see here. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. Again 1, 2, 3. n is equal to 4. Here n is equal to n minus 1. That means this is the n and this is the c. This is the n and this is the n minus 1. That's why if I add these both, then I will get 2n minus 1. 2n minus 1. Okay. So this is the number of columns. Number of columns is 2n minus 1. And the number of rows is here. Number of rows here is 4. That's depend upon the n. Now try to print this pattern using star. See, there is 1 space, 2 space, 3 space, 4 space, 5 space, then 1 space, 2 space, 3 space, then 1 space. Try to understand that how many spaces are there. So the number of spaces here is 2n minus 3. Here you can see the total number of column here is 2n minus 1, but here is 1 1, here is 1 1. So the two places are occupied by the 1. That means here left 2n minus 1 minus 2. That means 2n minus 3. So number of spaces here is 2n minus 3. Hope all of you are understanding that what I am trying to say. Now see how we can print this using star. So see, there is 1 star, then 1 2 3 4 5 spaces, then again 1 star, then there is 2 star, then there is 1 2 3 spaces, then there is 2 star, then there is 3 star, then there is 1 spaces, then again 3 star. See, there is all are stars. So at first we need to print this pattern. So let's go to the screen and try to print this pattern. So now int n is equal to scn dot next int. And one more thing I want to discuss, that see here is the number of spaces 2n minus 3. That means number of spaces are starting from 2n minus 3, and stars are starting from here. See, stars are starting from 1, and then stars values are increasing. Okay, and here you can see the spaces values are decreasing by 2. So the spaces values are decreasing by 2. That means at the first line there is 5 spaces, then 3 spaces, then 2 spaces. Sorry, then single space. That means 1 space. Okay. Now see, now code it here. So number of spaces here is 2 into n minus 3, and number of stars here is starting from 1. Now spaces are increasing by 1, sorry, spaces are decreasing by minus equal to 2, and stars are decreasing by 1. And for go to the next line, what we use every time, that is system.out.println. System.out.println. Okay, that is for the next line. Now print the star pattern. Here you can see in the first part there is star, then the middle part there is spaces, and the last part there is star. So there will be 3 loops. So for 2 is for the patterns, 2 is for the stars, and single one is for the spaces, that is in the middle. So for int j is equal to 1, j less than equal to spaces, j less than equal to star, j plus plus. Now system.out.print print the star, and we need to print again this also. So print the star again, and for print the spaces, here we create one more and change it to star to space and create here spaces. Now see what we are getting in the output. I think I did a mistake. So let's see what is the mistake. So space is starting from 2 into n minus 3, right? Star is starting from 1. Okay. The mistake is I have not created the outer loop. So first I have to create the outer loop. Int I is equal to 1, I less than equal to n, then I plus plus. Okay, this is the outer loop, and cut the all stuff from here and put it here. Now see what we are getting. Here you can see we are getting this kind of pattern. And last thing that we have to notice, that there is a one single star extra. So how we can handle this? It is coming because here see there is 1, 2, 3, 4 star, but there is 3 star. So here 1 star is reducing. So what we will do, before printing the last star patterns, if we will check if I is equal to n, that means this is the last row. So there we will decrease the star. Now see what I am getting in the output. Here you can see the star has gone. Now instead of star we need to print this pattern. So let's see what we can do now. So firstly, see it's starting from 1. Okay, firstly it's starting from 1. Then here is also 1. Here is 1, 2, here is 2, 1. Here is 1, 2, 3, there is 3, 2, 1. That means this is the replica of the first part. So what we can do, that before the spaces, here is the space. So before the spaces, there are all the stars. So instead of printing the stars, we will print there a value, and the value is going to start from 1, and then we are increasing the value till star. Let's see what I am trying to say. Okay, so I am going to create the value inside the loop, because I am going to create the value inside the loop, because here you can see when every loop starts, and so the first there is also a 1, and next there is also a 1, third loop there is also a 1, fourth loop there is also a 1. That means in every row we are starting from 1. That's why we need to declare the val inside the loop. Here val is equal to 1. So now instead of printing the star, print the val, right? Here also print the val, here also print the val. Now in the first case we are going to increase the val value, and in the next case, see in the next case here the val is increasing to 1, 2, 3, then it's going to reduce 3 to 1. That means in last case, now think of this, if the loops runs, the val is first 1, then it becomes 1 and 2, thinking of that, val is now 1, then the next iteration come, it becomes 1, 2, then it becomes 1, 2, 3, then it becomes 1, 2, 3, 4. Here you can see what is the last value of val here. The last value of val here is 2. Last value of val here is 2. But now when we are going to increase the val value, it becomes 3. Now it becomes 4. That means for the first row, see, now it becomes 1. In the second case, it's become 2. That means now in the val there is value 2. But we need to print here 1. That means we need to decrease the val value. So decrease the val value, then print it. So what is in the val? That is 2. So first decrease it, then print it. But if we do not decrease this, then what will happen? First we will print the 2, then we will decrease the value. But here the output is not the same. because here we are printing out the value 1. So for that we need to decrease it first. So decrease it here, val minus minus. But in this code there is one error still now. See, here you can see it's giving the wrong answer. But why? Try to understand it. In the every row we are getting the replica of the first part. See, here is the in first part there is 1, so we are getting 1. Here is 1 2, so we are getting 2 1. Here is 1 2 3, then we are getting 3 2 1. But see the last line, there is 1 2 3 4, but we are getting 3 2 1. We need 3 2 1, but what we will get? We will get 3 2, sorry, we will get 4 3 2. Then the loop will stop and it's print 1 2 3 4 4 3 2. See, if I give the input 5 here, now run it. Here you can see it is giving me the okay, for the value 4 check, for the value 4 check. Here you can see it's giving me 1 2 3 4, then 4 3 2. But what we want? We want 3 2 1, but we are getting 4 3 2. So for that we have to decrease the value once again for getting the last 3 as output. So when I is equal to n, we are going to decrease the val once again. Now run it. Here you can see it is now accepted. So we are getting the right output. Now submit it and check all the test cases are passes or not. So all the test cases are passes. Now we are getting the correct answer. Hope all of you understand this question and also the solution. So I will see you in the next video. Bye.